Hi there, Jupiter, and welcome to the show. It's so great to have you with us today. Hello there, Hannah. How are you doing today? I hope you are well. Hope you're feeling good. I'm very happy to be here. Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you. Okay, so just to begin this interview, I would like you, Jupiter, just to tell myself and the audience a little bit about yourself. A little bit about myself. Well, I am the largest planet in the solar system, and I am 2.5 times bigger than all the other planets in the solar system combined. I am named after the king of the Roman gods, and to the Greeks, I am associated with the mighty Zeus. I kid you not, I kid you not. He was a god of thunder, didn't you know? That's right. Oh, and did you know I actually have a very thin ring system around me? That's right, my slightly more stern next door neighbor, Saturn. He ain't the only one who got a ring. He ain't the only one who got a ring. How interesting there, Jupiter. Now, how exactly, I'd like to know here, how exactly is your relationship with Saturn? Seeing as, well, you are next to one another. Oh yeah, our relationship is really very good actually. I just feel a little bit bad for him sometimes. Because you see, people on Earth, they are forever praising my capabilities, but they dwell on his capabilities. But the thing about Saturn is he don't show that it gets to him. But I know it does. I know it does. Why exactly would they dwell on Saturn's capabilities? Good question indeed. I am the expander. And Saturn, he is the tester. See, my very symbol signifies expansion of the mind. Because the thing about me is that I seek and I broaden the knowledge and the experiences on Earth. While Saturn, well, Saturn forces man to gain experience and a wisdom through testing them, through much delay, and through limitations. Can you please just elaborate a little bit more about that, just so the audience can understand? Certainly. Way to think about it like this, okay? We have planetary duos, alright? So, there's the sun, and then there's also the moon, and they work together, yes? Yes, that's correct. Right. Then we also have Mars and Venus, and they work together. Yes. Well, you see where this is getting, don't you? Myself and Saturn, we also work together. For me and Saturn, alright, it's the realization that both points of view, although opposite, they are very necessary when it comes to learning perspective in life. To simply put it like this, there is so much maturity that is gained when we can really understand two sides of an issue here, and not just one while completely being closed off to the other. Let's consider that a person on Earth is given an opportunity to expand their very reality. Maybe they are manifesting that they want to go teach English in another country, in a foreign country. Now, with my blessing, I award them with the right doors to open at the right times for this very experience to happen. It's all happening for them as if there's no effort even being put in, so they get all excited about it. So now they are in a really optimistic flow. Their very feelings of hope and faith are becoming inflated. Everything for the person is just going so right, just going so right, until they meet my lovely neighbor, Saturn. Saturn comes across the fence and he swoops right in. And he says to that person, let's get real here. Or, as Saturn would most likely say in his grandfather voice, Jimmy, that is your third slice of cake. No more for you. So you see, Saturn is like my antidote, because he cuts through all the crap and he forces this person to adjust any unrealistic expectations that they might have, which is exactly why we both exist together, fluctuating between perspectives. So sure, yeah, a person on Earth, they want to go and teach English in another country. Maybe they want to go to Thailand. Maybe they want to go to Vietnam. They got the teaching certificates that they need. They got the degree that they need. Hell, they even landed that job interview that they had on Skype. It's all so great, isn't it? It's all so great. They're getting so excited about the opportunity. But they must consider other things, don't they? Like, for example, do they have any responsibilities at home that they're leaving behind? Do they have sufficient funds in the bank account? Do they need insurance? Have they truly thought this through practically? That is Saturn. And so, once all these questions that Saturn asks are cleared up, then they can move forward with a greater sense of security. Hi, very interesting, Jupiter. But how exactly would it work, though, if the roles were reversed, if you know what I mean? Oh, well, certainly, of course. It could be reversed. I can also be the antidote to Saturn. Let's say a person on Earth, they become quite flooded with all of Saturn's questions. It gets a bit too much. They start to develop just too many doubts and too many limitations within their mind. They think to themselves, am I really capable of teaching in a foreign country? What if people don't like me? What if I'm robbed? What if I'm really bad at it? Doubts, doubts, fear, fear, doubts. But then I come along and I kick Saturn's old-timer ass. And I tell that person, come on, lighten up. Lighten up, would you? This opportunity ain't supposed to be dreaded. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exciting. Just think about what you're going to learn when you go out there. It's supposed to be something that just lifts their spirits high. Right, well, thank you certainly for answering those questions. That was a lot of detail, and I think I learned a lot there, Jupiter. So, what I'm gathering then is that you are about creating opportunity. I search for absolute truth, for adventures beyond the furthest horizon. One door closes, I quest in a new direction until new doors open. Where do you think that term even comes from? When one door closes, another one opens. That's me. That's me. I created that. Thank you, Jupiter. So, you rule both Sagittarius and Pisces. So, would you say that this is perhaps why Sagittarians are known for being highly optimistic? That is correct, little lady. It's also why Sagittarians are so damn adventurous, too. See, the thing with Sagittarius is that they are willing to take a chance on pretty much anything. Don't fence me in is the battle cry for a Sagittarius. They have such independence and freedom with a true breath of life to them. So even whenever we take, say, the Capricorn, because of course Saturn rules Capricorn, the Capricorns then, they're more about their traditional values, but yet Sagittarians couldn't care less. They couldn't care less. Sagittarians are just like, well, they're kind of like the gypsies of the zodiac. See, the thing about Jupiter and Capricorns is that they might feel too afraid to get their hopes up. They might actually lower their own expectations in fear of being let down or being disappointed. Their fears can just get the better of them sometimes. However, it is of course all about that balance, like I've been saying, right? Could even make these people great at business. Because, well, Capricorn is a sign of business, ain't it? Okay. And also, could you explain, if you fall in Capricorn, you're of course exalted in Cancer. So can you explain why you're exalted in the sign of Cancer, please? Of course, I am exalted in Cancer. The reason why I'm exalted in Cancer is because I'm expanding the nurturing and the caring principle of Cancer. But not only that, if you think of Cancer being connected to our early childhood, we learn a lot during this time, don't we? So, when myself goes into Cancer, it can really help these people maximize growth that, well, occurs during their very childhood period. Therefore, these people can be naturally friendly, naturally sociable. So what I do is I can expand the feelings of the Jupiter and Cancer people into optimistic feelings. Thank you, Jupiter. Now, of course, because you are one of the rulers of Pisces, along with Neptune, can you just explain, whenever you are within the sign of Pisces, when you go into Pisces, what is this placement about? Can you explain that to myself and the audience, please? Ah, yes. Jupiter and Pisces, the good, true Samaritans of the zodiac. But they do so very quietly behind the scenes, you see? Jupiter and Pisces, they're not the type to want to be in the spotlight like, well, Jupiter and Leos. They're quite quiet, unassuming people, and inclined to be a little bit more easygoing than most. Just such tender people, really. But still, they gotta be aware of others trying to take advantage of them. And so, with Jupiter and Pisces people, there is this expansion here of sympathy and even of psychic abilities. Of course, then, they are very sensitive. So with the sensitivity, they need to direct it towards the most healthy direction for them, rather than them feeling this urge to escape from the harsh realities of the world. Well, they do sound like much caring people indeed. Now, what I would also like to know, just before we end this interview, a couple more questions to go, just to explain to myself, what happens whenever you go retrograde? Certainly did I do. I do go retrograde. And when I do go retrograde, it is about humans on Earth expanding inwardly at a psychological level before they can then move out into the world. And so during this time, humans on Earth, they are then questing for their own truth and their own personal knowings. They then find their own answers. Because of this, they can become a lot more confident within their own perspective and their own knowledge. Okay, certainly makes a lot of sense. So Jupiter, also, I would like to know, how does someone truly utilize or own your energy effectively? They will know that they're using me effectively because they will know that they have tested and established their ethics for themselves. And even though they may not have the truth yet, they'll still be aware that they are seeking it in ways that are best suited for their very selves. Okay. Now the very last question for you, Jupiter, here is, what does your placement within a person's birth chart truly represent? Alright, what does my fairy placement truly represent in the person's birth chart? Well, I show humans how they tend to enlarge their experiences and provide themselves with opportunities for growth. Alright, great answer. Well, great answers overall, Jupiter. Thank you. It was an absolute delight to have you here with me today. Thank you. Just incredible. I had a great time here. Thank you for having me. Peace out. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on the interview with Jupiter. As always, I would like for you all to let me know which sign your Jupiter is in the comment section. Thank you kindly, of course, to my current subscribers for subscribing to my channel. I hope that you find this video to be somewhat insightful, that you learned something from it. And of course, if this is the first time you're maybe finding my channel, then be sure to click the subscribe button if you would like to see more videos from me. And yeah, I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!